안녕하세요 여러분, Tony입니다. Hello everyone, it's Tony. So, it seems like boy group MCND have decided to release another music video for their most recent album being titled MCND Age. It's actually been a lot of fun checking out this group, seeing the evolution of them from last year, from when they first started with Ice Age to now with what their comeback, what their debut title track was Crush. So it's been really cool to see that evolution. We checked out obviously Ice Age to first, and then we checked out Spring, took a little break from them, and then came back and checked out Crush. And it's really cool to see the evolution of their music, their dancing, their visual concept, and I'm really quite a fan of this entire group. So with that being said, this is their other track from the album MCND Age, titled Not Over. I haven't actually heard the actual album. I haven't listened to any of the tracks apart from Crush, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this maybe a bit brighter concept, a bit more vibrant, a bit more kind of like spring summertime vibe that I'm seeing from the actual kind of teasers, and I cannot wait for it. So without further ado, if you want to go check out any of my other MCND reactions, they'll all be linked in the description box below, by the way. But without further ado, let's get into this video and let us go. Oh, my music section me to oopsies. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
아직 끝날 거 아니다.
I like the whistling. The whistling adds a really fun, youthful element to it, and the fast tempo of it is very different. Usually, sometimes we'll hear the whistling, but it won't be this fast. Very quick, very like just dancey, fun, vibrant. And then I like how they have like that, almost like radio muted kind of with you know, and then it's like let's get into it. Ooh. Ooh. Very different. I think that this really suits them. I'll be honest with you. I've noticed that like a lot of their more vibrant, more catchy, more kind of like poppy type of actual songs generally, I think that fit them a bit better than say like that a bit darker concept that Crush. But I think that's just maybe to do with the fact that I've gotten so used to seeing that from them. But for sure they can pull off different concepts. I just think that this really fits them really nicely. Their rapper is so unique. The rapper has a very unique tone to him, very kind of like aggressive, deep, but he still has that vibrant, like youthful, like fun nature to it. Even though he sounds so kind of like aggressive and harsher in tone. Even him too. Oh, I love his deep voice in contrast. This is just so fast though. Holy cow! Wow. The high note there. I like that. And then just like transition. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Into the next part. Very cool. Fast tempo. Wow. There's a lot going on. Wow, the transition here is really cool. It has like a bit of a futuristic tone to it. Different from what I was expecting, considering how kind of like simple the music instruments are. Very kind of classical almost. Like you have the drums, you have the trumpet, but then it kind of like almost a band. But then here they're having like a bit of like an electronic, techno-y kind of transition. Ooh, I like this kind of like muffled trombone or something. Oh. Oh. It's so fast tempo. It's really kind of just like attacking us from all angles, but it's a really cool because each one of their voices is very distinct, and even it's almost like fast talking, fast rapping. So each one of them are kind of like showing off this ability to rap in a sense. It's fun and definitely a more kind of like style that I'm used to, at least from MCND. So I'm really enjoying it. Ooh, but I love how the pre-chorus, like leading into the chorus, they kind of like really slow down the tone of the music. They just like kind of cut everything out, and then they allow this like this high tone, this high vocalist, whoever it usually is in the high vocal part, to like kind of show off a little bit, flurry a bit with a bit of like a jazzy element to it, and then pick up again. Boom. Good job. Woo! This is fun, lots of fun. I'm quite enjoying this, honestly. This gives me off a bit of like a Cubano vibe here. Like the fact that they put like a lot of heavy emphasis on the piano with this section kind of reminds me of like maybe like a Cuban kind of style of it in music. Interesting. Ooh. High vocalist. Wow. Okay. The transition, because you went from like aggressive to like a high pitched vocal. So you have that mix of kind of like almost aggressive in nature to a bit like more angelic, soft spoken. But the tone of the song is still being the same. It's a very interesting play. Oh, there's now okay. So now you had backgrounds like almost like a very cool like sustained chord. Come on. Woo! My gang. Okay, so we gotta talk about that chorus. The chorus, I noticed one thing, that they consistently sustain the exact same kind of tempo. It's more the voices of the guys that reset it almost to like set to be a bit slower in certain sections. Great. It's like that slows it down, but the tempo of the song is staying the same. They're really setting it, so it's like them kind of like altering it with their own voices, the actual chorus, which is fun again. It almost has that retro vibe to it, but it's very modern, I think. Woo! Dance break. Okay. Ooh. A lot of like almost distant whistling wind noise. Nice. Not gonna lie. Very nice. MCND not over. I think definitely a song that really fits their image in what I know, like what I look at them. And I think of like, especially considering that Ice Age, I think is one of their kind of like more favorite songs of mine. I know that Spring was like something that they tried to experiment with a bit of a brighter style. I think that this falls around that perfect line of like kind of being very young, vibrant, jovial kind of group while being a little bit more mature, having a bit more of like that swagger to them. Really enjoyed the idea of incorporating almost like a band style sound like to it. Very fun, but at the same time fast tempo, really allowing them to dance, really allowing them to show off those abilities, but at the same time allowing them to show off a bit of that vocal a bit side also, and that like fast rapping side. I'm really big fan of overall the fast pace and the whistling of this, and the piano near the end really comes into emphasis, and I think that adds a bit of a different kind of like almost Hispanic, like Cubano kind of like Latin vibe to it. I don't know why in particular, but it has that type of feel to me. Really cool. And again, MCND really just surprising me a bit. They continuously release stuff that is a bit more outside of what I'm expecting from them, and usually it hits. And especially in this case, Not Over is a definite hit, so I'm really quite a fan of this song, and I probably will be listening to this more than Crush. So with that being said, guys, let me know what's your favorite MCND track to date, and with that being said, if you're going to find any of my other MCND reactions, I'll be linked in the description box below. Hopefully check out a video, but with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave in the comment section below, and I'll get to you as soon as possible. That being said, guys, I've been Tony, and 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. 안녕!